Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well.
Turning it on! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. They draw 1st blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful 1st drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the 1st time today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
The one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The Hokies will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He's looking to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bennett. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the big fella. Strong, firm tackle.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 35. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest. Gets in the end zone.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lost one down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every...
He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback. Receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Heath. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. He's got it. There he goes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. 1st and 10 coming up. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Drones. Caught in the backfield. It's Bennett. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He's going to throw deep right side. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Hokies are marching down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Hokies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean,
he'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders. And best of all, they've protected the football. Fights off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Wide open downfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking downfield on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, is he delivered. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Green. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on that 2nd down.
A new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want to win.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Drones. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for the goal line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Out of the end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Hokies will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab left side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, South Carolina.
college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll start the drive. Read option left. Ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Drones.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you were sending a clear message to this offense. This second half ain't going to be easy.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in the game.
Quarterback may change this route. Lost a throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set. First down. He wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick. Great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Drones. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Hokies will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense changing the play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Catch in the middle. It's Harper. Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Gamecocks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Rudy. He's down in the red zone. This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Dropping back, it's Drones. The short hands, it's Bennett. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Caught over the middle. It's Keith. Off to the races to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run.
Looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Bringing it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
South Carolina, 35. Virginia Tech, 33.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Hokie. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Southern Miss came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Hattiesburg had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors going to take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. He'll pull it on the read. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing third and short from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Drones. Working deep down the right side. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a star, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Rifles it down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Hokies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Handoff from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just going to keep it after the snap. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
27, South Carolina, 35.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer.
He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing you.
Makes the grab on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
To the air, it's Sellers. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Quarterback keeps it.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays that I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.